Hey folks, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community. Today is Tuesday, November 7th. I hope you're doing well. And in this video, we're going to be discussing some shocking news that I just came across. Ogen is going to be the latest Canadian producer that will be closing its doors, so going out of business. This is some shocking news to me and a company that I've been following for realistically over the last couple of years since I moved to Edmonton, Alberta. The company's actually from Calgary, and some 80 employees are going to be out of a job. So first and foremost, heart goes out to those that were impacted by this. This is real people, real people's lives, real people jobs, and this is just a sign of the times of how the industry needs to change, and likely is going to get worse before it gets better, I'm afraid. But we're going to discuss this breaking news and more. Before we get to it though, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe, all that good stuff, and tick the bell. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. Also, make sure to give Pow Group a follow on X, which is previously Twitter. I'm going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward, and the handle for that is @GroupPow. Also, we do have a sponsor for today's video, and the sponsor is called Moomoo. They're founded by a NASDAQ-listed fintech with over 20 million users worldwide. It's a customer-focused trading platform that actually understands what you need in stock trading. So they have long trading hours from 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. You won't miss a market move ever again with those long trading hours. Plus, Moomoo's low trading fees and free level 2 data and other tools can make it easy for anyone to trade like a pro. And I love the fact that you can use it on desktop, you can use it on mobile, and you can keep up with your trades on the go. But that's not all. You can use my link. You can check it out in the description or in the comment section below, and you can get a cash prize draw. So you can get up to $1,520 cash reward from funding your account. And Moomoo is currently holding a paper trading contest as well. And just by practicing your skills and doing some test trading and some paper trading, you could win an iPhone 15 or other hot Apple products as well. So again, check out the link in the description or in the comment section if you want to learn more. So here's the article as reported by MJ Biz Daily. So Ogen is the latest Canadian MJ producer to close its doors. I was actually hoping to do a facility tour at some point, and I spoke to a friend who lives in Calgary, and he said that he actually went and did a tour, and I was hoping to do one myself, but unfortunately it doesn't look like that's going to be the case because Calgary, Alberta-based MJ producer Ogen has closed its doors. An executive announced today, making the company the latest casualty in Canada's cutthroat MJ industry. The closure affected 87 of the company's workers, Ogen president Darren Brisebois said in a LinkedIn post. Ogen grew small batch craft MJ, and Brisebois didn't say what prompted the privately owned business to close, but dozens of companies have exited the troubled Canadian MJ industry in recent years. Overheated competition, falling prices, and regulatory and tax issues are often cited by businesses. And we know that the federal government has said that it's time that they catch up and support the MJ industry. And it's now been over 5 years since MJ turned legal here at a recreational and an adult use level. So again, these are the times right now, and things need to change, right? This is a sign of the times. This isn't the first company that has got like fire flower, so a retailer, not just producers that are struggling with this fate. But I did a video as well, recently covered this news article, Canadian MJ industry on track for record number of licensee exits, and they mention it later on in this as well, but most of them are self-revoked licenses, and just goes to show you the troubling times that we have in this industry right now. So like I said, major changes that are needed, and this comes after the Canadian government is actually reviewing the MJ Act here in Canada. So in my opinion, we could see some major changes coming soon, but the companies that just can't weather the storm are going to be the ones that are left behind, and ultimately they're going to suffer the most, because if companies don't have the wherewithal, if they don't have the capital, if they don't have the the know-how, the stick-to-itiveness to get through this, and the capability to, like I said, just weather the storm for another, who knows, it could be 6 months, could be 12 months, could be 2 years, could be 5 years before we really see major regulatory changes that are going to allow this industry to flourish, right? And right now it's being hindered. So November 3rd, 2023 was the most difficult day of my career. Ogen closed its doors and 87 people lost their place they came to work at every day. Brisebois wrote, one thing One thing is effortlessly clear to me: Ogen's greatest assets were the folks that walk through those doors. In his message, Brisebois urged other employers in the industry to consider hiring Ogen's former employees. So absolutely, if you know anybody, if you're listening to my voice, if you work for an MJ industry or MJ company, or you work in the MJ industry, or maybe you're someone who has MJ employees, consider reaching out to Ogen, or consider them if they do apply to your business, right? Or if you know anybody that is looking for any kind of employees within the MJ industry, definitely, we want to see them find a home as soon as possible. So to employers, MJ is a very difficult business. You need grit. You need a can-do attitude, he wrote. You need to put your blood and sweat into each day and leave it all on the office floor. These are the types of people that will lead your team. So from April through September, 42 federal MJ business licenses were revoked, mostly at the request of companies themselves, and that came after that came from this article here. And Ogen held processing and cultivation licenses from Health Canada. And like I said, Fire and Flower was one of a similar casualty in the space, but that was in the retail space. And we're seeing this among producers. There's over 1,000 producers in Canada. It's just not sustainable. We're likely going to see tons more insolvencies or bankruptcies, or just companies closing their doors, or mergers and acquisitions, right? We're going to more than likely see some consolidation still in the space, because of the fact that the market's just saturated at the moment, right? We don't need over 1,000 producers. And like I said, the companies that can get through this tough time and weather the storm are going to be the rising stars, right? Those companies, and it's usually going to be the companies with deep pockets and deep Wall Street, institutions and hedge funds and Wall Street backed businesses, right? And it's usually going to be those the big names, like like the Tilrays of the world, right? So again, while craft MJ is super popular, and I loved their MJ, they had great products. I loved it. Like I said, I did some product reviews. I was very supportive of the company, and being from Alberta, I wanted to see them succeed. And like I said, I was even hoping to get a facility tour, but it is what it is, I'm afraid. And like I said, heart goes out to those that lost their jobs as a result of this news. But like I said, it's just signs of the times, and it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. But that's why, as investors, it pays to be diversified and to really look at companies that have the financial war chest and capital that is going to be required to make it through for the long term, right? We're trying to find the companies that are going to be here 5, 10 plus years from now. There's going to be a lot of opportunity in the public segment, but also in the private segment as well. But like I said, Ogen, probably not that well known to the MJ retail investor community, but this was definitely something that hit close to home for me. And you never like hearing this news, right? But unfortunately, it is what it is. And like I said, this is more than likely going to light a fire under the federal government's to get things changed, because like I said, a lot of companies are suffering the same fate, and it's probably going to, like I said, accelerate worse before it gets better. So going to end it there. Thanks again for joining us on The Pursuit of Wealth. It's Rod with Power Group. Have a great night, and we'll see you again on the next video.